welcome back. So let's have this one. Okay, number 2. Okay. A bent cantilever beam weighing 100 pounds is held by a key cable at A and pin support at B, as illustrated. If the tensile force in the cable is 150 pounds, determine the force reaction at the pin and its direction and the centroid of the beam. So, there are 3 things na in-hand dito. Force reaction of the beam, together with its angle, and also yung position ng center of gravity ng bent cantilever beam. By the way, despite na makukuha natin yung angle ng bahagi ito ng beam, yung meron siyang base na 2 at saka meron siyang height na 4 feet, yung angle na makukuha mo dyan is the angle of the beam. Hindi siya yung angle ng force reaction of the beam na hinahanap natin. There are 2 different things. No? So, to start, let's have an FBD of the mechanical body that is the bent beam. So, kung gagawa natin yung bent beam ng FBD, this is not drawn to scale, so estimate na lang na. Bale, ang force reaction din sa beam, unang-una, dahil dito yung sa kanyang weight. Ang kanyang weight ay 100 pounds, pero ang distance yung nasa RL ay X. Tapos, meron doon ditong force reaction ng tension A na may value ng 150 pounds. Nag-generate siya ng angle dito na bale, kung dito siya 65, nangangunan niya yung kabilang side 25. So, with respect sa X ay 25 degrees. At dito naman, force reaction ay sabihin natin isang pakaliwa, tuwagin natin BX, at saka isang pataas. Masama dyan. Tuwagin natin BY. Now, lagyan na ng mga distances. Bale, mula dito, this is your 4 feet. Mula doon, hanggang dito, 3 ata, or 2 feet. At mula dito hanggang doon, 6 feet. Now, so, since it's complete, we can start solving. We can start with summation of forces along X. The summation of forces along the horizontal is equal to 0. Based on what we are seeing, there are 2 forces that are acting along X. The Bx, so negative Bx, and the X component of TA, so positive TA, is X component. Other than that, wala na. So we can have the expression Bx is equal to your TAX. Ang TAX pwede natin expand bilang TA cosine of X, angle is 25 degrees. Since we already know the value of the tension experienced by the key cable, that is 150 pounds, so we readily can solve for the value of the x component of b, the x component or b or bx, that would have to be 150 multiplied by the cosine function of 25, and that gives us 135.95. Okay? 135.9462. Ulitin ko na, double check. 150 cosine 25. 135.9462. So, tutsin, hindi pa tayo mag-round off. Pero, for convenience lang, kung wala muna ako ng apat na decimal places, 135.9462. 135.94.616 or 612 pounds. Okay? Nakuha natin ang BX. Now, punta naman tayo sa summation of forces Y. Summation of forces acting along Y equal to 0 is equal to how many forces are acting along Y? 1, 2, and 3. So that would have to be, we start with 100, negative 100 pounds, positive Y component of TA, positive Y component of B, which is BY. Okay, so we can have this transpose. So solving for your BY, your expression will now be 100 pounds subtracted by your TAY, which is TAY is TA sine 25. Since ang TA natin ay 150, that will be TA 150 pounds sine of the angle 25. Now we can have this readily resolved because we have here 100 subtracted with the quantity of 150 multiplied with sine 25 and closing it. We have 36.6073. Let me check. 150 sine of 25 minus 100 equals 36.6073. Is it negative? Oh, repeat. 100 minus 150 sine of 25. Positive 36. The answer is positive 36.607. Okay? Negative 100, negative 100, positive BY, positive TAY, 100, transpose. This left, so this will come positive 100 subtracted by TAY. So your answer is 36.6073. 36.6073 pounds. That is for your BY. Since we have the value for BX and BY, we can ready this one for B. So namalabas na tama yung hula natin for BX and BY, that it is pakaliwa at saka pataas. So, since ang force natin ng BY ay upward at ang ating BX ay leftward, so makukuha natin itong B at saka yung kanyang angle, tawagin natin theta. So, solving for B, that will be the extraction of the root of your sum of the squares ng x and y component of B. Kasi lumalabas ng equation is that we have this triangle. Ito na reversion triangle. We have this triangle. This is your B, this is your Bx, this is your By, and this is the angle. So that gives us B. What's the value of B? So gagamitin natin ito. 135.9462 squared plus 36.6073 squared. So 90,821. So extraction of that answer such as the 140.7887. 140.7887 pounds. So kung gagawin natin two decimal places, the value of is 140.79 pounds. Okay? Now, what about the angle? Yung angle niya. So, sinabi natin theta. We saw for theta as the inverse tangent of nakadikit siya sa x. So, that will be by over bx. So, that would have to be the arc tangent of the values 36.6073 divided by your x value 135.9462. You get the quotient and get the inverse function of the quotient. Okay. So we have 36.6073 to be divided by 135.9462, execute, then shift tangent of the answer, 15.07100. 15, so 15.07100, 100 degrees. So that would have to be 15.07 degrees. Okay? Okay. We already have solved for the two unknowns. The force reaction at bin is 140.79 pounds and its angle of projection is 15.07 degrees. Meaning the reaction would have to be based on the original. This is where the force reaction is. What is the angle of this? What's the angle? 45. So this is the force reaction. What's that? Yeah. This. So because this is your theta. That's your force reaction B. Now, we have to solve for x. The position of the center of gravity. Okay. To solve for x, we will use the third equation, and that is the summation of moments. So, the summation of moments at the pivot, let's assign B as our pivot, is equal to 0. So, this is our pivot. We will no longer use these values to getting the moments because they are automatically 0. So we have the moments for TA and 100-pound force. Because what we have now is this. I'll exaggerate the figure. If this is your pivot, B, so this is your force reaction, weight of the cantilever being 100 pounds. This is where the original position of your TA is, but we have to break this into TA into two. We have your TAX and your TAY. Wherein you have these distances. This is, say, based on the figure, it's 2, and from this is 4 feet. Here up to here, it's 6 feet. And we are tasked to solving for the position of the center of gravity, x. So based from that, we can now start. So summation, continue rather. Summation of moments at b is equal to 0 equals, this being our pivot, TAX generates a clockwise rotation. So that being assigned as positive, so we have your TAX. This is the perpendicular distance, 4 feet. Also, TAY generates a clockwise rotation because it is located to the left upward. So, positive your TAY, how far it is horizontally. How far this is horizontally. So, we have 2 feet. And lastly, with respect to this pivot, this generates a counterclockwise moment. So, negative 100 multiplied by how far is this, how far is that point up to this point, how far is it? So that would have to be 6 plus 2 is 8, so 8 minus x. So how far is the 100-pound force, perpendicularly speaking, from B? So that would be your 8 feet minus x. Okay? Now, so let's expand. See, if this is 8 feet and this is x, this would have to be 8 minus x. So we have it as your expanding. 0 is equal to, that's your TAX. Your TAX is tacos. TA cosine 25 degrees multiplied by 4 plus your TA sine angle 25 degrees multiplied by 2 minus your 800 multiplied foot pounds plus your 100 x. So factoring TA, okay, we can have it as a, you're transposing your negative 100 pounds x is given your TA, factoring TA. So what's your TA? 150. 150 pounds multiplied by your 4 cosine 25 plus your 2 sine 25 subtracted with 800 foot pounds. So multiply all of this by negative. But anyway, we know later. So you see, multiply this by a negative, so we can have this as positive 100 pounds times your x equal to what is the product? So we have it as 4 cosine 25 added with 2 sine of 25, 4.47. Now you multiply it by 150, 670, 670.5702. 670.570. negative. Plus, this now become, after having to find the negative sign, this become 800 foot-pounds. So, what we have is x is equal to, get the difference of this. So, minus 800. So, it's 129.4298. 1.29.43. The difference 129.43 foot pounds, then dividing both sides by 100 pounds, cancelling. Therefore, our x will have to be 1.2943 feet or 1.29 feet. So that is where our center of gravity, the center of gravity of the cantilever beam is located. 1.29 feet from the far end, towards the right, of course. Okay, so this is it. So the next one should have to be 1.29, the position of the centroid. So that's for problem number 2. So up next, for next, we have problem number 1. Thank you.